So hopefully that was okay, and so forth. Mainly and so forth. Sorry it's over, and you have to see me now. I can't really live up to that. But yeah, that was our the person who makes our thumbnails that you like. That's the person who made the video. Thanks for the 5 subs. Yeah. Hooray for Ben. Yeah. It's Spencer with the best line. That's right. It was amazing. Agreed. Yeah. Seems like the chat is weird here. So let me move that over.
It is weird.
Let's see. Where am I? Oh, let me get back to regular mode. To regular ass TV. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun. Nah, that's not good for this side. Right, hold on. Dun, dun.
Can't you drag it in from the right and then just move it to the right? Like if you do an alt on the right side?
Yeah, here? I can't, that's it.
Because that cuts...
That's it. That's all I can do. It's all the way to the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you brought it in, if that cuts it off or if it wraps. I wasn't sure.
This seems like it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is, but it seems like it is. It's not though, because like this is missing. But
you could copy the chat from the other scene and do the transform, and then it fixes it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
All right.
On the one that was good.
Yeah, you guys keep donating while we're making this.
Is the sun shining into it? No, we just do try different things with the lights. We are backlit a little bit. My hair looks golden.
But if I go to the other scene, they'll see me go to the other scene.
But it doesn't hurt anything.
All right. So do the live chess one?
I would.
Okay.
Just
and then go to
the chat or the alert box
and then
or chat box.
Transform.
And copy.
Yeah, and then they didn't even notice.
No.
And,
they don't care about
and then transform. All right. Frankly, that's reasonable. Still weird over here, but because it's just so small. That's probably not weird. It's probably just small.
It's fine to me. Thank you, Grandmaster Gus, for the gift tier 1 sub. Yeah, we just like to change the lighting because that's what I do. Ben could care less. Or couldn't care less.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
I'm always messing with the lighting. I'm never happy with the lighting.
So, hey, that was our new intro video. So you'll be seeing that a lot. We're having a U.S. Chess Championship preview today because it starts tomorrow. And actually, Karen and I are running the show. Chess.com has put us in charge. So we're doing the Chess.com Twitch live show for the U.S. Championship and U.S. Women's Championship. And if there's any kinds of errors like in the stream, that's because we did it. So my co-hosts will be either James Canty or David Pruce. I think Pruce more often than Canty, but I'm not sure. But me and Pruce are doing it tomorrow. So when we go to commercial or when I show you graphics, I'm the one doing it or Karen is. So hopefully it won't be too bad. Big money, big money. $19.99. Thanks, Anonymous Gifter.
Yay.
You're the best. Thanks to everybody who donated the last 10 minutes that I missed. Grandmaster Gus gifted a sub. And then some other people did something probably.
Robert.
Thaddeus gifted 5 subs. Thanks, Thaddeus. Malzeth gave 5 subs. And somebody gave 10 subs earlier.
It was Robert.
Somebody. It's too far back. We'll never find it.
It was Robert.
The name was Robert?
I thought it was Robert E630.
Oh, Robert E630.
Pretty sure, but I'm not positive.
Yeah. Yay, go hype train. Funny subs to funny names while you do commentary? You should, yeah. Although it's not going to be on my channel, it's on the chess Twitch. So yeah, it's 11 rounds, and the men's and the women's go on at the same time. So we'll be looking at all the games. There's 12 players in each event. The games start 1 p.m. Central every day, which is 2 p.m. real time, and 11 a.m. Pacific, and specific time according to Kramer. And then there's 2 rest days. So for the next 13 days, there'll be the U.S. Championship from 1 p.m. Central to about 6:30 Central, and then there's 2 rest days. So we won't, I'll let you guys know that, of course. So forth. Yeah. And so on. 21 subs, 100 bits, Papa John's. Thanks, Farty Party. Yeah. So it'll be interesting commentary with me and Bruce and me and Canty. And I thought what I would do is, for today, to do a preview of the event. And we're going to be on Chess TV in about 9 minutes. So we'll have some more viewers. And so forth. Yeah. And so on. Mainly and so on. Yeah. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the intro. That took about 2 months of work for our editor. And yeah, it took us a couple days to film all that stuff. That was a long time ago. And it's ready. Yeah, and it's great. So thanks to our editor and our videographer and our so forth. The more you donate, the more we can pay them. That's right, Penteado. Yeah, she's from Kazakhstan, glorious country, and she goes to the University of Missouri. And yeah, she is good. So haven't seen her before, but she played for the U.S. in some other event. Yeah. Well, there was a lot of video. That was 3 minutes of it. There's another 7 hours of video, I guess, that was, made into 3 minutes. It's a production thing. It's beyond the comprehension of most of you. Yeah, like a lot of the work in the stream is done stuff that you guys don't see. And if you're not in tech, you just think like I push stream and we stream and stuff. But the reason our stream looks better than everybody else's stream is because we have a lot of people, especially Karen, doing a lot of work here. Sort of like when you watch a movie in a theater, they didn't, film the movie in one take, except for that Tarkovsky film in the museum in St. Petersburg. That was done in one take. But, you get the idea. No, I'm going to have to say your name for the next 13 days. I'm going to say it wrong. Yeah. And so forth. All right, so let's have a look at the games. So what I decided to do, because I didn't know what to do, is I'm going to look at games that I've played against people who are playing in the U.S. Championship and U.S. Women's, and I found 6 games to look at. I have a lot more, but I couldn't find them, or I thought these were okay. I don't know. And then I'll talk about the players. So the main player in the U.S. Championship who's not playing, and I think he's the only player not playing who was invited, is Hikaru Nakamura. He's not playing a lot of slow chess lately, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, obviously, you got to play in Title Tuesday, and you got to play in Arena Kings, so I don't think he had time for the U.S. Championship. In the women's, I think all the women are playing. Crush is the highest rated, then Yip, then Zatonski, and then I think Tatev is 4th, maybe. Yeah. And I think all the women are pretty high rated. And then in the U.S. Championship, Fabiano's the highest rated, then Wesley, then Dominguez. I'm not sure who's higher rated now, Dominguez or Wesley. And then Jeffrey Zhang and Sam Shankland are next. And Naroditsky's the wild card. John Burke is the U.S. Junior Championship invitee. Bruzon is playing in his first U.S. championship. He's played for Cuba his whole life, and now he plays for the U.S. Bruzon has been one of the top 4 players in Cuba for the last 15 years. He plays a lot in the U.S. because I think he lives in the U.S. now. But he's played in a lot of U.S. tournaments, Bruzon. And then Squirts is playing again. He's a student in St. Louis. He's played in the U.S. Championship before. And he's represented the U.S. also. And then Ray Robson's playing, and so forth, mainly and so forth. So, yeah, everybody's pretty good. Yeah. No, Ronian doesn't play for the U.S. yet. Yeah. And so forth. You bet Danya's going to win? Well, don't bet real money, because he's not going to win. Danya has about the same chance of winning that I do. So, and I'm not playing. No, Danya's going to be fighting for last place. Lenderman's playing, so if I have to pick someone that's going to come in last, it's going to be Lenderman. But the thing is, anybody could do well or badly. I mean, obviously Fabiano's not going to come in last, but I mean, or Dominguez or Wesley. But any of the lower rated players could get 50% or +1, but they can't really do better than that. But yeah, if I had to pick a last place, I'm picking Lenderman. If I pick a first place, I'll pick Fabi. It's possible. Dominguez is the favorite because he's playing the best lately. He's definitely playing better than Wesley lately. But, we'll see. Haven't heard of Bruzon or Burke. Live under a rock? Damn. Yeah. Right. No, Ray can't win either. But McJurgle subscribed. Yeah. Right. Well, I mean, Danya's not going to lose all of his games. He's going to draw some. He'll probably win 1 or 2. It's 11 rounds. But, he's going to come in the bottom half of the cross table. John Burke's actually really good. So I wouldn't be surprised if he got 50%. He's the lowest rated player, but I've played in a lot of tournaments with John Burke, and he's pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, well, you don't want to gamble real money and bet that Naroditsky wins unless you get, 100,000-1 odds. Then it's still a bad bet. One time I bet on Naroditsky to win the U.S. Championship, and I got 1,000 to 0 odds. I bet $0, and I'd win 1,000 if I won. And George Foreman said, still a bad bet.
Hey, Felix Frias.
Futurama joke.
3 boards left.
What happened?
3 boards left.
Well, the thing about William Lombardi, I think he died a few years ago. It is a Futurama joke, that's right. Yeah. Still a bad bet. Now, my memory's not what it used to be, but I think the whole world was destroyed. Yeah, Futurama is pretty good. Pretty good. So I'll wait a minute or two until we're on Chess TV to start analyzing the games. I have one game against Zatonski, and the other games are against Lenderman, Shankland, Fabi, and I forgot who the other one was. I think there's one more person. Fabi, Shankland. Oh, Robson. Yeah, I forgot. I played a match with Robson in 2000, 13, 14, and maybe earlier. And then 11. It was 11. But anyway, I was supposed to play Korchnoi, but Korchnoi got sick, so I played Robson, and we played a slow match and a rapid match. In the slow match, I needed to win the last game to tie the match, and I was winning, and I blundered into checkmate. And then in the rapid, we tied 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 draws. And I have the game that I won, which I won very convincingly. But yeah, Ray was a lot better than me at that point. Now he's even more. Ever heard of Bruzon? Who have you heard of? Is Neiman playing? No, obviously not. Will you host any tournaments for the night? I will not. And so forth. This guy wants snoo snoo. Me want snoo snoo. Out me way. Right? Now, since Kif is the most attractive male, he'll sleep with the beautiful women, then the petite women, then the large women, then the beautiful women again. It's probably not the quote, but it's close. All the women look exactly the same. That's what's funny. They're all. It's a planet of giant women. They're all like 20 feet tall and 10,000 pounds.
I saw part of that episode.
Yeah. First, all the women look exactly the same. So. Do you think you could be Korchnoi if he could play back then? What? Yeah. And so forth. Man, you guys are disappointed because the best part of the stream is already over. Yeah. The flesh is spongy and bruised.
People that have just arrived don't even know what they missed.
Hey, we're on Chess TV. Hi, Chess TV. This stream premiered our Starting Soon video, which is the greatest thing that's ever happened in the history of any universe, right? Am I underselling it? I don't know. Yeah. That's true. The stream isn't as good anymore now that the video's over. Yeah. Okay, let's have a look at some games and so forth, mainly and so forth. So I'm black against Lenderman. This was in the U.S. Championship around 2006. I don't know, something like that. And Lenderman played the Smith Mora, which is not a common opening in the U.S. Championship, obviously. And I assumed that he had prepared for the Feingold Defense, a book that I co-authored in the year 2000, which you can buy from us here at the Chess Center. You can even get it autographed if we want. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's the exact quote. The most beautiful women, the large women, the petite women, then the large women again. I thought it was large women twice. Yeah. Yermolinsky's not going to play. If he gains 150 rating points, he might play next year. Go Karen, keeping it classy. That's right. Okay, so I decided to decline because I figured he wouldn't have looked at that.
Thank you, Lloydie. I'm too old to twerk. I'd probably throw my hip out. That's the truth.
The truth hurts. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Okay, and he played C4, which is...
explosive.
Yeah. All right. And then I thought we were playing checkers. So okay, so then the game went in some kind of normal fashion. Okay, and this has all been played before by transposition, I guess. Yeah. So now I had to think, which isn't my strong suit. Now, for clarification, Lenderman was only an IM at this point, and he had just won the World Under 16 Championship. So he was a world champion, and I didn't know what to do here, so I played knight d7, which is typical. It opens up your bishop, which is good. Your knight has these good squares to go to. On f6, it doesn't really have anywhere good to go to. And sometimes you play f5 and attack. So this move is a normal kind of move. Okay, queen d2, knight c5, two bishops, what else? Yeah. And he played rook c1, and I played f5. So my idea when I played f5, I thought at a bare minimum, if he took this, I could take on d3 and then take with the bishop, if I want to. So I thought f5 made a lot of sense. And it does. Thanks for Tisker Tasker for subscribing. Yeah, now he played a move the engine doesn't like. It just wants him to retreat his bishop and save it. But he took on f5. Always play e takes f5. And actually, that move's fine. White's still considered to be better here. And now I should play the way that I just explained. I should take his bishop. He takes with the queen, and then I play bishop takes f5. And the engine thinks I'm slightly worse. But I played for the initiative. Thanks, 9-9. You're the best. So I just took back with a pawn, which the engine really hates. And the way engines play chess and the way people play chess is different. And it doesn't mean the engine's right and the human is wrong, it does mean that the engine moves are better, but sometimes you don't want to play the best move. And the reason is, in practical chess, you want to play moves that give your opponent the most issues. And these moves aren't necessarily the moves that give any issues to computers. So for example, there's positions in the middle game and end game where if you play perfectly, it's a draw, and your opponent will draw you. And if you play not perfectly, and you have like the worst side of the draw, or you're in a lot of trouble, but it's too difficult for your opponent, then you can win those games that a computer wouldn't win because it just plays the drawing line because that's the best line. So G takes F5 isn't a good move because if a computer was white, it would say white has a big advantage and white does this and white does that. Right. But little did the computer know. It didn't know then and it doesn't know now. It's raining Ben. Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
Well, but you have to be here for this discussion. One time Karen and I were, in bed, and she was getting mad at me, and I'm like, look, it's raining Ben. And she was like, all right. Okay, now you can go. Okay.
That wasn't much of a discussion.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So computers don't have street smarts. That's right. They only have book smarts. Okay, so, all right. So he played bishop b1, which is an excellent move because he keeps his bishop forever and it doesn't block his other pieces. Okay, and I played king h8. Now you have to realize almost none of my moves are recommended by the computer. And one of the reasons I never get accused of cheating, well, number one is I don't cheat, but that's not the main reason. A lot of people don't cheat and get accused of cheating. The reason I don't get accused of cheating, if you look at any game I've ever played in my life, the engine says terrible. Those moves are bad. Engines don't play any of my moves because I'm not cheating. So this game is a good example. I think like 10 of my moves the engine says are bad. Okay, so king h8, I want to get off this diagonal so my king isn't exposed. And I want to play rook g8 later and attack on the g file. That's why I took with the g pawn, because I want to have an open g file. Okay, he played rook fd1. Engine says that's the best. I played queen e8. Engine actually likes queen e8. I mean, now in this position, I have to be careful because this is pinned and so forth. But obviously, I want my queen to come over here and help with the attack. Now, the problem with queen e8 is a problem that I've discussed with you many times in lesson kind of examples, which this is sort of giving a lesson now. And that is when you move a piece, which I just did, I'm undefending squares that it was defending. And that's basically every move you make in chess. Whenever you make any move, there's a square not protected that was protected. Normally it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does. So for example, when I played king h8, my king is a defending f7. Well, that doesn't matter. So when I play queen here, I'm not defending this diagonal anymore. And you might say, well so what? Now, if my opponent can play knight c7, that would be annoying. Okay, I understand what I'm doing and how Okay, so he played knight d5, threatening knight c7. Showed me. And I played rook b8. The engine wants me to play knight e6, always retreat. Okay, but I played rook b8 because I'm not scared of that move, obviously. He's playing in the center. The engine actually doesn't like that move. It wants him to play bishop h6 and says he's better. But he played knight d4. And I played bishop d7, which the engine also isn't too thrilled with. It says it's okay. I'm going to develop my pieces, obviously. Knight e4 and knight e5 are also possible. But I like developing my pieces. Okay, he played b3, which is very slow. And I played queen f7, which is also slow. Yeah, when I played this move, I hadn't decided which song I preferred, Creep by Radiohead or Creep by Stone Temple Pilots, because I'm a creep. Queen F7. You can ask Karen. Yeah. I'm a weirdo. What the hell's my queen doing here? It doesn't belong there. I guess she's running out the door. Okay, back to whatever it is I was doing. Dang, you are right. Yeah. How do you know to move your king off a dangerous diagonal? Always do it. Okay. He played knight takes c6. Not the best move, but it's okay. I took with the bishop. The engine wants me to take with the pawn, but I'm trying to activate. I have an idea. I have a plan. Okay, he played b4. This is the reason the engine doesn't like bishop takes. And I move my knight away, and he plays b5. He could also play bishop a7. And I play f4 because I'm losing this strategic battle in the center and the queen side. But, I'm trying to win on the king side. And now the game is very sharp. And the engine likes white, but it's hard to play white because I might checkmate you. He played bishop takes a7, which is actually by far the best move. That's the engine move. And I played rook a8, which is also the best move. He played bishop b6, which is a good move. And I saved my bishop. So I've sacrificed a pawn because I literally don't care about my a pawn. And I got my pawn on f4, my knight's on e6, my rook's going to g8, and you can see there's no pieces near his king. Now, if you analyze this with an engine, it says, yay, white. White's up a pawn, and black has nothing. So it really likes white. But, in 4 or 5 moves, I'll get my attack going, and he has to play like an engine to stop my attack, and he's not an engine. The truth hurts. And I've found with certain people, and I know everybody, of course, at the grandmaster level, it's good to get positions they don't like. And most of the top players, not all of them, don't like when you're attacking them. They want to be in control of the game, especially when they're white. So if a grandmaster's white and he wants to be slightly better than clearly better than win and not have any difficulties, and you sack a pawn and start attacking him, he's not happy. He's white. He's like, he just wants to win like a nice, easy game. Okay, he played bishop a5, and the computer says that's an absolutely terrible move. Okay, and the reason is he wants to play knight b6. But he should play c5 is the best move, it says. Second best move is f3. You can't blame him for not playing that. Yeah. And now... The engine wants me to play rook takes a5, always sack the exchange. Although now it's changing its mind now that it gets to a higher level. Yeah. Okay, now this is the funny part of the game. Ooh, Perrier. And here's why. When the game ended, I was talking to my best friend.
You have a couple of prospective best friends. Yeah. Wes?
No. Wes was there, which is weird.
Giannis?
No. Hikaru.
Oh.
And I said, Hikaru, what did you think of this position? What did you think of the game? And he said, I didn't know who was better, but I knew when you played f3 that you were going to win. Okay? And that's a human, kind of reaction, is if you're a human and you're good at chess and you see this position, the thing that sticks out to you is white's king. That all the white pieces are on the queen side. And black has the open F file, the open G file. My knight on E6 can go to D4, F4, G5. My bishop can go to E5 or D4. My bishop on D7 is hitting H3. And his bishop's on A5. So the engine says it's about equal. Maybe white's better, maybe black's better, depending on what engine you use. But it's humans like, I don't want to have white here. So Hikaru has very good instincts, right? And so forth.
You like my slide in on the chair?
They said I play like an engine running on Commodore 64. What am I, Yasser? Yeah. Okay. So the reason he was consistent, right? He played bishop a5 to play knight b6. So he played knight b6. That's why he did it, forking everything, right? Okay, now I literally didn't care about that because I'm trying to checkmate him. So I just played knight f4 and I said, yeah, whatever. Now again, the engine doesn't say I'm winning, but a super grandmaster like Hikaru is like, well, I'm not taking white here. I can't defend this. And this reminds me of a funny story from possibly the same U.S. championship. It might have been the same one. It was either that or a year different. I played Joel Benjamin, and I remember in some position, like I don't know if it was later in the day. It was later in the day because that was the last round. He said, yeah, I'm going to lose here. And I said, well, the engine says it's equal. And he says, oh, yeah, but there's no way I'm just going to lose here. Because I was attacking him, and, if he plays an engine move, every move he'll draw, but he's not going to. So this is funny. If he plays knight takes d7, it says it's equal. Mm-hmm. And if he does anything else, I'm plus 1,000,000. Well, if he takes my rook, he can resign. So this move equalizes. Okay, and he's up a bishop for nothing. If you sack a bishop and you have long-term compensation, and the engine says it's equal, that's good. Mm-hmm. That means it thinks white's going to defend perfectly and draw. Your opponent's not going to defend perfectly. Okay. Oh yeah, I have a disclaimer. Most of you know me as like old, terrible GM, but I wasn't always old. It seems like it. It seems like Joe is always old. It's funny. Listen to this crazy story. When I was 13, 14, I played Andrew Carklands. And he's, like 2,300, and I'm like 2,150 or something. And we drew. And I said, man, that guy's old. Okay? That's what I was thinking during the game. Like, man, this guy's really old. Mm-hmm. Okay? 30 years later, he's still playing in tournaments, and his dad is still playing in tournaments.
How old is he?
Right. I mean, he wasn't that old, but he looked old. Mm. So he was probably like 39. But I thought he was like 100. And then when he was 69, his dad was like 97. His dad was still kicking ass. Yeah. And trash talking. And if you're ever in St. Louis and you ever see Tony Rich and you're ever talking to him, none of that's going to happen. If it does, say, hey, Tony, Ben Feingel told me this story about Eric Carkland's trash talking. And then he'll explain it to you. He was like 96 years old, and he sacked his queen and mated this guy next to Tony, and there's an expert section. And then he stood up and trash talked. It wasn't easy to stand up. When he walked, he was hunched over. But, yeah, he stood up and he said, like, I'm the greatest, or you suck. Yeah. Okay. Mandelbaum is correct.
This chat is filled with children, and it's sad.
It is. Okay.
I didn't notice.
So he played knight takes d7. That is correct. Notice I'm down a piece.
Yeah, you've mentioned that before.
Okay. Well, he just took. Okay. So I played rook g8, which is the engine move. And now, if two supercomputers are playing, white's fine. But if two humans are playing, I'm gonna get him, because none of his pieces are defending his king, and I got everything over there: my queen, my knight, my f pawn, my rook on g8. His queen's defending his terrible bishop. His knight's trapped. All right, but the engine says he's fine. Okay, he played bishop c3, and that's triple question mark. Okay, so it looks good. Like bishop is real stupid here, and this move like trades pieces, which you want to do when you're getting mated. And the engine says, boo! And then this is the weird thing. The engine I had back then, it actually had text, and it said, that move is bad and you should feel bad. Who said that? I'll give you a hint, it was Futurama.
You're bad and you feel bad.
You should feel bad.
Zoe Byrne.
Right.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's why it's extra funny, other than you got it.
I don't even watch that show.
No, but here's why it's extra funny. there's this instrument, it's a musical instrument that also shows like video while you're playing it. So nobody can play it well. Nobody in the world can play it well. Now, Fry wants to play it well so he can impress Leela. The devil loses a wager, and the devil has the best hands ever, and they have to switch hands. So now Fry's the best. And Fry's great, and everybody loves him, and he's in concert, and Leela's falling for him. But then the devil gets his hands back. So Fry has his regular hands. Oh. So Fry sits there like, damn, I'm going to really mess this up. And Zoidberg yells out, it wasn't in your hands, it was in your heart. It's, you'd be just as good. So he plays and he's really bad. And Zoidberg stands and says, you're bad and you should feel bad. After he told them it was in his heart. Okay, so every move wins for black. Knight e2 check and knight takes h3 check both win. I, of course, played knight e2 check because knight h3 smells. Wow, this is when you know your position's bad, when the engine says queen takes is the best move. I mean, that's when you know that, not good. Okay, so he put it in H. I played the only winning move. Bishop takes c3. That unleashes the latent potential of which piece? Which one of my pieces is now more active because of that move?
On the rook.
And this is annoying. And Karen knows annoying. She's been married to me almost 5 years. Now, before we continue, imagine you in the chat being married to me for 5 years. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. She nodded along. Yeah, the truth hurts. A brave woman. Yeah. Best thing ever? What, being married to me for 5 years or her nodding her head? Let's see. Which one of us is the bottom? Well, it depends. Yeah. I feel bad for Karen. I could make it work. Not all heroes wear capes. I volunteer. It's a paid actress, too. So it's paid. Yeah. Imagine anyone in chat getting married. You're the belle of the ball. All right. If you can't be a GM, might as well let one be inside you. That's good. Bro, I thought she was your daughter. Well, we live in Georgia, so if she's my daughter, my wife, what's the issue?
He's Big Daddy. Hey, Big Daddy.
My girlfriend doesn't pretend to laugh when I tell her jokes from a cartoon. Karen's a good sport.
All right, I gotta go work for a second.
Is this what Karens look like IRL? Yeah. If you weren't my brother, too, I'd kill you. For Family Guy. Yeah, this guy sleeps with his daughter, and he says, if you weren't my brother, too, I'd kill you, to the guy. Yeah. They're in the South. Oh. Okay.
I'll be back.
All right. So he played Queen H6. Now this is shocking. Queen H6 is the engine move. Okay, now here's why Queen H6 is the best move. If you play up a shallow and pedantic move, like you just take back or something. Okay, now your H pawn's not defended very much. Okay, I asked Tina, and he said not defended very much. Okay, and then Jimmy said he was living a lie. Tina. Now I have many checkmates. Queen H5, Queen G7. Okay, now I'm threatening Rook H2 and Queen G2 mate, or Rook G1 and Queen G1 mate. So it's just mate. Okay, so he played Queen H6, which is the best move. Rook takes G2. I doubled up on the bubble up, Morphy style. Rook F1 defending his F pawn. And again, this is when I was good. I'm not good now. You know that, right? And here I played the engine move, which isn't easy because like every move wins. But I played the most winning because I was actually good. This is maybe the best I ever was, 2006-ish. Yeah, this, I think I was 2653 USCF around there at this point. But you can see how things went south for him because it was too complicated. And everything I did just sort of worked. Yeah. That's right, LV20SWD. Very good. Who is white? It's on your screen, Alex Lenderman. Bishop D2, forking his queen and rook. And now he resigned. So obviously, the only move that makes any sense is queen takes. Because, I mean, I'm not only mating you, but I'm winning your rook. So you have to go here if you don't resign. And then I put it in H. Queen H5, threatening queen takes H3 mate. It's easy to stop, except for one thing. Yeah. Truth hurts. So it's mate in 4 because he can give all his pieces away. Like he can check and then take this pawn with check. Yeah. Yeah. Etc. Well, I used to be good, then I wasn't. Yeah. It's the story of me and Hikaru. Used to be good and now not as good. Yeah. Go, mommy. He can give the bishop back. You mean here? Yeah, then I take it and I made him. Yeah, bishop f5, not a bad move. The only way to defend this pawn is here. And then every move is mate. The quickest mate is actually here. There's other moves that are mate. The reason it's the quickest is if he takes it, this is mate. And then if he doesn't take it, then all these things are mate. But it says actually every move is forced mate. It says this is forced mate, this is forced mate, knight here is forced mate. So I actually like this line here. Now here's a funny variation. Is if I play rook h2 check, oh no, I can't play queen c2. Yeah, so I just have to take this and win. Bam. Yeah. Anyway, his king's no good. Yeah. So after bishop d2, he resigned. So that was only 30. That was only 31 moves, and the engine thinks between moves 12 and 20, I'm much worse. Then the game just ends because he can't defend against the attack. It's good to do that against a kid because kids like to play aggressive and calculate. So when they have to defend, they're not quite as good. Lago C. Bronco subscribed. I've never been to Uruguay, but in 1999 at the U.S. Open in Reno, Nevada, I beat Andres Rodriguez, who's the best or second best player in Uruguay. And he was winning, and then he blundered, and I won in one move. He was really mad. My man can go all day, and then some. Yes, you are a good woman. On the other hand, you just may be the Antichrist. Gotta cry like a grandmaster. I played in that U.S. Open in Reno. Yeah. Yeah, I can't go back to Reno now because I think they know what happened. I mean, I shot a man in Reno just to watch him die. I don't want to go to Folsom Prison, so yeah. Where can I get Perrier? To store. Yeah. You won Class B. You're confusing the U.S. Open and the U.S. Championship. U.S. Open, anybody can play in. U.S. Championship, you get invited. Ben not saying Kobe. Janet Reno. Huh. Grateful Dead reference. Johnny Cash. What? That's right, Reno 911. Hey, the black cop from Reno 911. I actually know his name too, but give me Cedric Yarborough. He was in an episode of Curb that I saw recently. They're in line, and he's accusing Larry David of a chat and cut. So, yeah. Hang my head and cry. Curb, not Kerp. Mm-hmm. You hope Danya win the U.S. Championship. You have to realize something. The internet and real life it's not, I know it's the same for you guys because you don't know what real life is. Danya's good at blitz and bullet. This isn't blitz and bullet. This is slow chess. This is real chess. Over the board with people who are better than him. So he's not going to win the U.S. Championship. Jesus Christ. Now, if the U.S. Championship was online bullet or blitz, then maybe. Yeah, then especially bullet. Like, if the U.S. Championship was 30-second bullet on the internet, then Danya is definitely one of the top 4. And somehow Andrew Tang is. Yeah. If Andrew Tang goes to the U.S. Championship, he's, like, arrested and put in jail for imitating a chess player. But if he plays online 30-second chess, then he's the best. Frodo Cumbus subscribed. Good. I mean, no, I didn't win a U.S. Open. I won 2 U.S. Opens. Oh, snap. Danya has a better chance than Mamedyarov in the U.S. Championship? Not really, even though Mamedyarov's not playing. But he doesn't, he's better in bullet and yeah. Yeah, 1 minute or less, Danya's a lot better than Mamedyarov. Yeah. Brandon Jacobson. Yeah, okay. Right. No, Gotham Chess, if he flew into St. Louis, would get arrested at the airport. He wouldn't even make it to the building. Yeah. Danya is better than a Karu. No. Danya is worse. Much worse. That's like saying that George is better than Ted Danson. He's worse. Much worse. Aren't you playing in this U.S. Open? This isn't the U.S. Open. What's wrong with you? Did you take your medicine today, Eric 2112? The U.S. Open happened already in August. Yeah. Oh. Go, Ben. Is Shulman playing? What is this, 10 years ago? No, Shulman's old like me, but not as old as me. Any women? No. Let's see. Yeah. What is Ted Danson? I'm as good as Ted Danson. No, you're not. Best Gary Oldman movie? Good question. Sid and Nancy's great. Professional's good. But I'm going to go with True Romance. Although a close second might be Lawless. But it's True Romance. Yeah, Gary Oldman's great. Fifth Element I did not like at all. I thought it was terrible. Yeah. Who's hotter, Anya Taylor-Joy or Karen? Well, obviously Karen. What do you think about William Shatner going to space? They should only let him go if he sings Rocket Man. Then, yeah. Who's the best, Gary, Kasparov, or Oldman? I mean, Kasparov prefers 2 R's in his name. I've played in 9 U.S. championships, which is funny. 9! Yeah. What's more of a joke? No, Shankland obviously should be a GM. Levy's on the cusp. Yeah. Frankly. Rocket Man. Yeah. Okay, back to whatever it is I was doing. Okay. This game was played against Zatonski. This was played in a tournament in Chicago that was like GM norms or something. I don't know. This was played, I think, 2004? Something like that. I don't think I've ever shown this game on stream. Maybe. And then Anna played here, and I took her queen, and then I said, gotcha, bitch. No, that didn't happen. C6. I spelled Sopranos wrong. Terrible. Yeah. Okay. Then I played E3. I've never faced G6 before. Okay, so we've transposed into like a Slav, Schlechter Slav, Grunfeld, etc. Mainly, etc. It's the boring world of Niels Bohr. Yeah, I used to play boring. I remember those days. I wish I did now. Yeah, so white's a little bit better. Nothing special. Yay, more space. The engine likes the way I'm playing so far. The engine does not like F4. It says I'm the worst. Well, I guess I thought black would play here at some point, so I prevented it. But the engine thinks the solution is worse than the cure. So, okay, so she played bishop g4, which the engine doesn't like. Bishop d3 it likes. Always repeat. I'm the best. Oh man, look at me. Yes. Man, even then I knew how to repeat. That was awesome. All right. So I'm trying to win on all three sides of the board. Trying is the first step to failure. Rook b8. So not a very exciting game, but not badly played. Wow, the engine move was rook f1. It decided that my maneuver was stupid, as did I. All right, it's just about equal. Everything's equal. Right, g4. Yeah, the game was just imbalanced the whole way. But then she got in time trouble. Boring. Still equal. Yeah, white's slightly better. It actually likes knight h7 better. I guess the knight can go to g6 or g5. Yeah, that makes sense. The knight has some more options there. Knight e2 is correct. Knight g6. Always retreat. Yeah, white's slightly better here. It's funny because technically she has the good bishop and I have the bad bishop. But the thing is, as the church has taught us, even a good bishop is a bad bishop. Yeah, 200,000 French kids can't be wrong. Truth hurts. Okay, so, this should be a draw with correct play. So it's boring, so I like it. Always play bishop f8. She was afraid I'd play g4 at some point, so she escaped the pin. I attacked the c-pawn. She defended it. And then I infiltrated, and I penetrated. Just don't tell Karen. Bishop e7. Yeah. All right, now remember, this is a long time ago, so I was pretty good. I wasn't old during this game. I was your age. What? I mean, this game's like 16, 17, 18 years ago. So I was pretty good then. Yeah. And now you will know my name is the Lord. I was your age. Yeah. Etc. That's correct, Frodo. Bam! This was the first time in my life I said, gotcha, bitch. I thought you'd be mad because I penetrated against Zatonski there. And then I sacked my bishop. Look at this. Bishop takes h6. Bam! That's the sacrifice you would have made. That's actually the correct move. Mm-hmm. Always repeat. And then I took. So I'm down a piece, but her king is so exposed that I should have perpetual if things don't go well. And I should be winning if I take this with check. Then I got like 7 pawns for a piece. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. She played this, which is a blunder. The engine wants her to play bishop d8, which gives up this pawn. So I'm still winning, but this loses immediately. Now, the reason this loses is her bishop is now pinned. I mean, she can't move anything. Mm-hmm. That move's actually pretty bad because she should realize she can't move here. She can't move her bishop or queen or her king.
Oh, so you can push that h-pawn. Maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, she can't move. So, like, let's say that I played king h1. Okay, like a dumb move. Mm-hmm. What does she do?
Oh, yeah.
That move's just dumb because she has to move her queen and this pawn's hanging with check anyway. But she's in time trouble, and this is hanging with check, so she just made a move. But she's in Zugzwang. But you were correct. Mm-hmm. I have a very funny mating attack. Here, mate.
Oh, yeah.
So that's, put it in H. Yeah. Yeah. Now the engine says she should give her queen away because that's better than getting mated. She played F4, and I ignored it, obviously. And then she resigned because here comes mate. Yeah, pretty good attack with no pieces.
Mm-hmm. I think I hear the last board finishing up, so I'm going to go check on that.
And I have to get a Perrier, unless you want to get me one.
Yeah, I can get it.
Karen is happy with the penetration. What? Not only did I repeat there, but I repeated earlier in the game, which you guys already saw. But I want to show Karen. Watch all this repeating that happened. See this position? This is earlier in the game. She went here, and then we did that. And then I took. And then I did that repeating later. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I knew I should always repeat before this stream because of the video. Always repeat. Yeah. Repeating the repetition.
Has anybody...
Thanks for the 5 cents.
...ever accidentally gotten a threefold?
Mm-hmm. Grandmaster Gus says I should have played H4, H5, H4, H5. Always repeat. I never knew Zatonski's middle name was whatever that is. No. Mm-hmm. Your game with Nazi. I've played Nazi, I guess just the one time. I played like God. Okay, except I exist. And I was completely winning. You couldn't play better than I played. She's dead lost. And I played all perfect moves. Then I moved 24. I hung a piece for nothing.
I know. I remember the game.
So I was down a piece. So we played and played and played and played and played. And she got to an ending that was barely winning. But we were in time trouble and it ended in a draw. So it was a perfect game. So she was winning the last 65 moves. And I was winning the first 20 moves.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Why are you not as good now as you were then? I'm 52. Yeah. I can't find your OTB games on YouTube. I don't know. You're spelling my name wrong? Yeah. I have 1 billion games on the internet. Try to have a small child help you. They know how the internet works better. All right. Then there's the game I lost to Fabi. And... just like, see, I got to make this joke, but not make it too bad. Just like my first time with Karen, this didn't last long either. The worst part, anti-vax research. Yeah. Okay, so this was in the Pro Chess League, which our team actually won, when I played for St. Louis. And this was our match against the Chess Bras, I guess, because Fabi played for the Chess Bras. Unless it was St. Louis. I think he played for St. Louis and he played for the Chess Bras, depending on what year it was. I don't remember what year this was. Okay, so I played my usual, knight f6 and d6. Bishop c5 is what most of the super GMs play, but I've always played d6. Yeah, and in this position... I like to play g6 bishop, g7 castles, and he played a very early d4, which I didn't know. This is the most testing move. And, I didn't know what to do. And even though this was a rapid game, it was 15 minutes, I thought 5 minutes here, which, isn't good. And I did play the right move, bishop g7. I was calculating all these variations where he takes a pawn and his rook is here. But he just immediately played here, which is the book move. And took with the knight, so I could play f5 early. Yeah, so I want to play f5, but I can't allow knight g5 to e6. So I play h6 first, so he can't play knight g5. He played knight d2, f5, never play f3. So it looks like a King's Indian, except his bad bishop and my good bishop are gone. So it's just better for him. And I made a horrible blunder very early. Very early. Okay, g5. Rawr, attack Fabi. Ooh, let me see. I like looking at results. What, Joe lost. Oh, those results. Wow, look at that upset. Draw on board 2, draw on board 3. I think Diego beat Chris.
Hey, that guy Anish.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave me the biggest beat down.
Is it a kid or an adult?
He looked like college age.
That's pretty big upset.
20-ish, 18, 20-ish. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that at all.
Mm-hmm. This is a game Fabi beat me on the internet in the Pro Chess League about 4 years ago. Okay, he played knight c3. I took, which is bad. The engine wants me to go here, but it's hard to attack without this white squared bishop. This is why this is better for white. Okay, he took with the pawn, so I can't play knight f5. Knight g6. G3, so I can't play knight f4. Knight f6. All right. What?
I don't understand what Triangular's talking about.
What's he talking about?
I don't know.
The old guy and the only knowledgeable, so explaining how it works. All right. Go LJ Gonzi. Okay. So I've been like worse the whole game, but like reasonably worse. And then I played queen d7, which is okay. King g2, stopping queen h3. And then I played knight g4, which is okay. And he played here. And now I made a very bad move. So I've played fine from here. And again, it says he's slightly better. And, I have a lot of moves that are okay. But at this point, I was very behind on the clock because I took so much time on playing bishop g7 earlier. So now I fell apart very, 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 very quickly. Ridiculous. I blundered with h5, which is bad. He played knight f3. And in this position, I don't understand the blunder that I made. I guess when he played knight f3, I thought he was stopping h4 or trying to, which it doesn't. The engine actually isn't a big fan of knight f3. It says after bishop h6, my position's not as bad as it was. It's not good, but it's okay. And I don't know why I hung my g pawn. I just hung it. Yeah. And now the knight can go to e6. And then my knight on g4 isn't protected. I don't know why I hung my g pawn. Horrible blunder.
What year was the game played?
Like 4 years ago. Something like that. Okay, and the game just ended immediately. My knight's trapped. So.
Fabiano marijuana.
Yeah, and then I resigned. So yeah, I played very well up until here, but I played really slowly. And then instead of playing bishop h6, and probably losing since he's higher rated and has more time, and he stacks paper to the ceiling, he rides on 24-inch chrome. I lost immediately. I hung a pawn, and then my knight was trapped, and then I got a piece. And his knight's on e6. I just totally fell apart. Terrible. But if you're gonna blunder every move and lose, I'd rather do that against Fabi than like a 1500. So better to lose there.
Ben doesn't smoke doobies. Fabi, Fabi's
no, song and dance. That's wrong. It was Fabio. Yeah. All right, let's get our second train going. Yeah. Okay, next game. Now that game wasn't FIDE or USCF rated. It was on the internet. So. But it was an important game. Okay, this was played in the U.S. Championship when Sam was an IM. And Sam was always known as playing a lot of theory. Then when his theory's done, he's no good. He's still known for that today. And unfortunately, he's better at being no good than he used to be. And he knows more theory than he used to. So that's terrible. Yeah. I mean, Samuel Shankland, probably the first 15 moves of the game, is the best player in the world. And then between moves 50 and 40, he's like me. But I mean, I'm kidding. He's a lot better than me. But he's closer to me than like Magnus when it comes to like middle game and end game. And Sam got a lot better the last 3 years. which is unfortunate because it's really hard to make fun of him now. But I always got, Gotham Chess and Lawrence Tren and Ginger GMs. That's okay. I got plenty of people. Yeah, it's fine.
Hey, Julian. How's it going, Julian?
Yeah.
Hey, Lawful Waffle, the starting soon video is for Ben's channel, not for anything to do with the U.S. Championships. Ben's streaming on the chess.com Twitch channel.
Yeah, the next 13 days, except for the rest days, we're doing the chess.com U.S. Championship coverage. Tomorrow will be me and Bruce, I think, and the other co-commentator will have his Canty. And we'll be running the show from here. So there might be some technical difficulties since we don't know what we're doing.
We'll figure it out. We got it.
Ben, you made a comment about my wife while playing the Wayward Queen, but it was awkward because she was watching. But then I got the joke. My name was Macmillan. Right. Yeah, nobody knows about Macmillan and Wife. Maybe you've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Right, nobody's ever seen it.
No.
Nobody. Nobody's ever watched that. And there's an episode of Family Guy where there's some criminal and he has a gun and he's talking to Peter, I think. And the guy's like, I'm aware that Macmillan and Wife existed, but I've never watched it or something. Yeah.
Hey, JJ Timberwood. You're saying...
Yeah, JJ Timberwood. If I donate money to you, will you stop? Okay. Yeah. Nobody cares about your nonsense.
I do.
Yeah,
Hey, we like
no.
those 5 subs.
No. He doesn't have 5 subs. He's probably like a small child.
No.
Okay.
True.
Now, nobody's older than me. All right. So I'm playing Shankland. Ridiculous. So I got to get Shankland out of prep, right? So I played Knight C3. Playing the Richter Verasov. All right. And I played this when I was a kid, but not really as an adult. So I thought, okay, I'll play this because Shankland doesn't know it very well.
That opening sounds naughty.
Richter Verasov?
I thought you said Rouser.
Richter Rouser is another opening with Bishop G5.
It just does.
One guy's name is Richter, one's Rouser.
Sounds like something's going on. That's
No?
all I'm saying. No. Tell me the words don't sound naughty. Hey, the fireman.
Yeah.
Continue, sorry.
All right. Should I ban Timberwood or no?
No.
All right. If Karen wasn't here, you'd be
we
banned.
love JJ Timberwood.
No. You'd be banned
Can't
soon.
ban him
When
now.
Karen's not around, you'll be banned. All right. Yeah, because those people ruin the stream. They talk about themselves. I'm going to do this. Why aren't you talking to me? That just ruins the stream.
It's fine.
Yeah, those people should be banned.
Everybody's having a great time.
No. Right, but he should definitely be banned.
No, he's having a good time.
No. Banned. If he donates 100 subs, I might not ban him. I will. Okay, so I'm just trying to get the position out of known theory, get some weird position against Sam. So I did. Not very interesting. Then E4, yay, I'm the best. I'm not sure what, but something. So the game's not very exciting. He can actually take on H2, but he didn't. Yay, Knight B5. Go, Ben. Yay, I showed him. I'm a positional genius or something. Yeah, it says I'm playing great. It says I'm playing great.
Yeah.
It says I have a big... Yeah, Rook A3 is the best move, too. Yeah, Sam's not known for being good at chess, so... I can outplay him if it's, like chess. If it's opening, then I can't outplay him. All right. And then I checked him. He pinned his own rook. Yeah, it says every move I play is perfect. It's like +1, +1.5. I must have been cheating with an engine. And it's funny because the engines back then weren't too good.
I'm sorry, what year was it again?
2007 or 8.
Okay.
Okay. This was in the Tulsa U.S. Championship. Frankly, terrible. Doubling up on the bubble up. Put it in H. Yeah, and the engine doesn't like rook takes E6. It says I'm better. It says it's a good position for me. His rooks aren't very good, especially the rook on G7. I have an extra pawn. His D pawn is weak, etc. My king is safe, so this is better for white. Knight F1 because I want to go to E3. Knight's no good on G3. Yeah, I used to be good. Now I don't know what happened. Yay, solid. Now we were in terrible time trouble, so I didn't play very well.
You used to play a lot. Mm-hmm. You don't play a lot.
No, I play all the time. I'm playing right now.
No.
Yeah, look how slow and steady I'm playing. Look at that. Great. Bam! The engine says that's the best move. If he takes it, I have queen takes b7 check. Although I don't see what to do after king e6. Oh, then I take this with check, and then I have 4 connected passed pawns. All right. He did take, and did play king e6. Yeah. Yeah, the engine says white's better, even though I'm down a piece. I have so many passed pawns. All we are saying. Yeah, the engine says I'm winning here. It says I'm the best. Yeah. I didn't realize how well I played this game. Now he's threatening mate. No, boo. Yeah, that's not a good move. I should play queen c6 check. And I'm winning easier. But okay, this also wins. He can't play rook d1 mate because it's illegal. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, I'd be in a lot of trouble. But if I make another queen, then he's in a lot of trouble. Okay, so this is funny. He goes here, and now if I make a queen, right? Mm-hmm. He perpetual checks me. Check, 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 check with this rook. I play king f3, this is mate. King h3, this is mate. That's that's pretty sneaky, sis. Mm-hmm. Okay, so I take with check, and then I queen. Now I can run away from the perpetual because I can come attack his rook, and his other rook's not defending it. Okay, and that's what happened. All right. So this should be a win technically, but it would take 1,000 moves. But I was an old man even a long time ago, so I didn't care about that. I can't take his rook because knight e3 check. Tricky.
I was wondering what was going on there.
Yeah, well, he could have played rook c6 also.
And block,
being tricky, yeah.
So.
Yeah, he can't take my pawn on b2 because I have queen a3 check. Okay. So this like Sam makes a lot of statements which may not be true, but only when he says something. And when this game ended, Sam said, that was a dead draw. I can't believe I lost. And this move I played, which came later, is the worst move I've ever played in my life. I looked at the game with an engine, and it said I was +5, like the last 20 moves. And it said the move that he placed that was the worst in his life, that was the best move. And it's just lost. It's just technical.
And how old was he? Wasn't he pretty young then?
I don't know, probably 18.
Oh, he's older than I thought.
Yeah, he's 28 now, maybe. 29. All right, check.
It was 13 years ago.
At least. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He was younger than that. Okay.
Maybe. Or maybe he's 30 now. Anyway, my technique was good. You can ask Karen. Okay. Now watch what I do. I did it like this. I did it like that. I did it with the wiffle ball bat. Watch how my king does this, this, and this, and this. Then when he was dizzy, then I won. So he can't take my pawn now because I take his rook. So he has to go back. See? I infiltrated. And he said this was a dead draw. Because I was good at understanding chess. Okay, then I decided my king had enough time to go the other way. It's the most fun we ever had. Yeah, now my king's on f6. That's better than h6. b7. If he plays rook b7, then I play queen takes knight mate. If he plays knight b7, it's illegal.
Right.
All right. So he played check, and he took. And then king h6, and he's in Wang Chung. If he moves his rook, it's illegal. If he plays king f8, this is mate, and king h8, I take his rook or mate him. So he played here, and then g5. He's playing for stalemate. Mm-hmm. He's like, if Ben takes this, then king h8, and if Ben takes it, it's stalemate, which is stupid, because
That's all you're thinking about.
No, it's dumb though. Yeah. Like after here, like this is mate. So I just took with the queen, so there's no stalemate. Now king here is mate, king here is mate, and rook here is mate. So he resigned here. Yeah, that was the worst ending he ever played. That's when I was good. So I could outplay Shankland, ridiculous. Now I would just lose in 20 moves. But, you know, I could. Back in the day. I actually have a very strange score against Shankland. I've played Shankland 4 times in USCF and or FIDE rated play, and I have this win in 3 draws. And we played in the Pro Chess League, or the US Chess League, like 10 years ago, and he just crushed me. That wasn't rated, so I literally didn't care. My peak USCF is 2663, and my peak FIDE is 2563. Yeah. 25 years. Good. Yeah. Yeah, now this is funny. This is the only game in my life I've ever beaten Ray Robson, and I really beat him. This would be like if Carlson played your grandmother and your grandmother like forgot how to play. This is the biggest beatdown in chess history. And this is the only game I've ever beaten him. And this is when I was supposed to play a match with Korchnoi, and then he said he was sick and he couldn't come to the U.S. Can you imagine I played a match with Korchnoi? Instead I played Ray Robson a match. You hear me talking?
You said the game was 2008?
Yeah.
So we don't know how old Shankland is, but you could do the math for us and report back. I was kind of curious too, how old he was. Hey, AKA Blue Jay, how's it going?
Well, let's see.
I still haven't gotten a chance to check your stream out, but I want to.
Hikaru not playing in the U.S. Champs because he hears Eric Hansen was going to be down with the Chessbra House. You got to play in World Series of Poker Seniors events. No events.
Well, it takes too long.
Right, too long.
But
Yeah.
Shankland just. Oh, that's right. Maybe I did hear that he just turned 30.
All right, so he was about 18, I guess. Maybe 17.
Oh, you were about right then.
Let's see, Grandmaster Gus. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Yeah. Now, before we continue, one of my recent videos, this is very weird. Jay Wolfen, thanks for the sub. One of my recent YouTube videos is a clip from one of my streams, where it's just 3 minutes of me dissing Gotham Chess. Has a lot of views. It's called like How to Become a GM, or I don't know. Anyway, the point of my story is, if you look at the thumbs up and thumbs down, there's like 1 billion thumbs up and like 3 thumbs down. Okay. Then in the comments are all negative. You suck, and you're jealous of Gotham, and Gotham's the best player who ever lived. So all the comments are, I hate you, Ben, and I love Gotham. But the thumbs up and down, all thumbs up, no thumbs down. I didn't understand that. I was like, wait, what? So, but anyway, the thing is, the truth hurts, right? So I'm not dissing Gotham Chess. He's a fine player. It's just that you guys are easily confused. You think Andrew Tang is one of the best players in the world. You think Naroditsky is going to win the U.S. Championship. No. The internet blitz and bullet isn't the same as slow chess. It's not. Mm-hmm. Slow chess is you think and you prepare and you play moves. Blitz and bullet is, you play instantly and the other guy's drunk and then you're stoned and then, you have a better mouse than the guy and your internet connection's better. And there's a lot of cheating going on. Yeah. All right.
Hey, McJurgle.
No, Danya's not going to win. No. Gotham's fans have no thumbs. Yeah, maybe.
If I could wish somebody to win, he'd be one of them.
Who, Danya?
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, if Danya wins, they'll accuse him of cheating. So that's why I could never win the U.S. Championship, because if I did, I'd be thrown out for cheating. Okay. Now,
hey, Jay Wolfen.
This is one of the biggest beatdowns of all time. So just warning you, if you're under 18, maybe ask your parent if you can see this game. This is a rapid game. I think it's 25 minutes. Okay, I'm white. Playing my usual whiteness Sicilian. Not usual. Hey, Ross Salimo. I did a lot of prep for this match, so I play good openings. Knight a3 is a good positional move. Get that knight on c4. Knight a6 is shallow and pedantic, stopping knight b4. Yep. Cementing my knight on c4. Always retreat. See, I checked him with the knight.
Mm-hmm.
Now he has the Sophie's choice. Because king h8 is no good and bishop takes is no good.
Right.
So king h8 is better because 2 bishops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now f7's weak. It's easy to except for one thing.
Yeah.
You can't play knight g5. You can't play queen e8 because your b pawn's hanging. You probably don't want to play knight d8. Yes, he's already lost. And he played knight d8, defending his pawn. a5, suffocating him. Now he has a weakness on b6. Then my rook can go to h4. Yeah. Just a second. Now what I know what it's like when you have a gun. God. God likes to text me during my streams. Yeah. Now, materials equal, you agree?
I'll take your word for it.
Right, and I'm up 3. Because I used to be good, and then, old. All right, then he played here. Bishop f4. God damn. Yeah, this is how Carlsen would beat like a 1,000 player, except black wouldn't have any pieces. They're the same position, just black would be down 4 pieces. Yeah, if I showed this game to Carlsen, he would like beg me to be a second in the world championship. But probably Nepomniachtchi would pay me more. Okay, so he took the poison pawn. Always retreat, because that's the best move. Notice how I attack his queen and his rook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's funny is it's still the best. And now I'm up a rook. Now my knight's pinned to my rook.
Mm-hmm.
He's tricky. And then I attack his queen, so then I can move my knight away. Now I'm up a rook again. He takes another pawn, and I saved my rook. Safe.
Yay.
Put it in H. Yeah, knight d7's annoying. God damn. Here. Bishop e5. Also, he's down a rook here. Yeah, and then he resigned. Yeah, that was my only win of the match. But it was good.
Does Ben analyze any Magnus games?
Well, I didn't play. Magnus isn't playing in the U.S. Championship, so I can't. Yeah.
This is like one of your games against a sub.
Yeah, I beat this guy pretty easily. But he's pretty good, Ray Robson. You know what he's really good at is puzzle, rush, battle, whatever it's called.
Puzzle Rush?
Whatever it is. He won the...
I remember that.
Yeah, he won like $1 million.
What was his name? Like Spicy something.
Yeah, Caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Yeah. Who's the favorite in the U.S. Open? You're banned. He confuses the U.S. Open and U.S. Championship. Well, he's kidding. And he spells deuce wrong. Terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Puzzle battle.
Oh, puzzle battle.
Yeah, whatever it's called. Yeah, in like 3 minutes, I think he can do 60 sometimes.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I watched it when there was that huge online tournament with Hans Niemann and him and some other dude, JJ maybe.
Mm-hmm.
I watched that. That was fun to watch.
Mm-hmm. Okay, last but not least, even though I'm on Chess TV for another hour, it's my game with Shankland. Ridiculous. So this was at the U.S. Championship in St. Louis. This was 2012 or 13, I think. And I had black and so forth. And so on. Yeah, what Tensor Extension said. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, commentary for chess.com.
I never played Robson, but he was a good singer. Also, he was a lawyer. Paul Robeson. He was good at everything.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, go to the internet, go to Wikipedia, look up Paul Robeson, and then cry because he was better at everything than you are. It doesn't matter what it was. He's better. He's not alive anymore, but he's still better. Yeah. Some people are good at everything. It's weird. Okay, like there's a meme on the internets now. There's a guy, and he went to like Harvard and became a doctor, and then he became an astronaut, and then like there's a third one. Maybe the astronaut was the last one, but there were three things, and they were all impossible. And he did it before he was 40. He's like, I left being a Harvard doctor, and now I'll be an astronaut. Then he did that. I forgot what the third thing was. Somebody knows. Anybody? Navy SEAL? Yeah.
Wow.
No, I mean, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, he's a Navy SEAL, like a Harvard doctor and an astronaut. I would have done that, but yeah.
Did he have a personal life too?
No. Okay, now the most notable underdog victory in chess, I happen to know. In the 1980s, there was a tournament in England. I don't know if it was in Bath, but it doesn't matter. And it was all grandmasters, and they were pretty good grandmasters. Pretty good. Like some strong grandmasters, Eastern Europe. Paul Gaevsky. Okay, and then there was one IM, and the IM had just gotten married. His name was Glenn Fleer. And currently he's a British GM, if you know what I mean. He's 2,400 something FIDE. He's a GM, but Okay, anyway, he won clear first.
Yeah.
He was the only IM in the field, and the other GMs were good. So it's the biggest upset ever. I mean, that would be like if, I can't win the U.S. championship. That would be like if, I don't know, Gotham Chess won the U.S. championship. Impossible.
Hey, it's better to be a British GM than to not be a GM.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see Glenn, if I can find on the internet, the cross table. Glenn Fleer wins GM event.
There was noise.
England.
Yay, thank you for the sub, Pancake.
Okay, let's see
Gremlin,
here.
I think it said. I couldn't see very well.
Happy birthday, Glenn Fleer. Huh? The games of Glenn Fleer.
What about Pillsbury winning Hastings? Thank you, Fool's Mate, for those 100 centuries.
That wasn't a huge upset. Pillsbury's good. Yeah, let's see if they talk about it in his wiki. So he's 62 currently, and his FIDE rating is 2435. Okay, British GM. Okay, this is from his Wikipedia. Ready? All right. Fleer created one of the greatest ever chess tournament upsets when, as a last-minute substitute, he won London 86 ahead of, ready? Chandler, Short, Nunn, Ribley, Polagaevsky, Portish, Spassky, Vaganyan, Spielman, and Larson.
Wow.
What? And he was an IM. I mean, those guys are super GMs. Those guys, what? Yeah, frankly, it says ridiculous.
And that was in what year?
1986.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, and they didn't have...
Yeah, that's crazy. I saw a cross-table of that tournament. It was crazy. Yeah. He married 5-time French women's champion Christine Leroy during the event. Yeah. Yeah, she changed her name to Christine Fleer. I don't know if they're still married. And, so forth.
Cheating in the bathroom. I was just thinking about that.
It was in London in 86. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy like Fox News. Thanks, Mr. Loopy. Hey, the hype train started. And found someone had eaten all of my Nutter Butters. Now, I'm going to tell you something that sounds like I'm making it up. Nutter Butters are vegan.
I know about that.
Well, you do, but they don't.
Yeah.
Has the word butter in it. Go hype train, 200 cents to dues. Cheating in the bathroom because he just got married. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. So it's funny on Curb, the fat guy who's married to the woman who yells all the time, he sleeps with every woman he's ever met. All he does is sleep with other women. Every episode he sleeps with like 5 women. And then it's not clear that she cheats, but then on the last episode I saw at the end of season 9, then we see her.
Well, don't tell me.
Yeah. It says butter, no
behind
way.
you and-
U.S. Championship is tomorrow.
Yay.
Yeah. That's right. Shaq thought peanut. Yeah, that's a great episode that Shaq's in. It's one of the earlier episodes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good episode. Yeah. Truth hurts. Yeah. Danya's going to win the U.S. Championship. Man, there's going to be some disappointed people after like round one.
Well, I hope he does well.
I mean, I was never the top level. I was, pretty good.
Maybe he's been studying.
Doesn't matter. Study all you want. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't matter.
I like to
The doctor was cheating in categories. That's right. Yeah, I heard the Hall of Fame was Rex and Jeannie Singfield into the U.S. Chess Hall of Fame. Rex and Jeannie got inducted.
Oh, when?
I don't know, recently.
Oh, I didn't even hear about it.
They just told me on my stream like an hour ago.
Oh, I didn't hear one thing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of want to go next time that they allow you to an event there because we haven't been there in a while.
Yeah, Dimensional Fund Advisors. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, the more money that he has, the more prizes in the U.S. Championship.
I cannot get behind Wesley So winning at
Go
all.
Wesley.
I'm just so not wanting him to win.
You want So to win, you said?
I just don't like him. I don't get it.
Aw. But me and Wesley are like that. We're world champions together.
And
Professor Butts subscribe.
And he
Thank you.
seems to like to draw sometimes, just for no reason.
What's Professor Butts' first name?
Seymour?
Wow. You're one of the few women who would get that. Very good.
No, that's the most common one.
Yeah, but still. That's not the kind of joke you would make.
Now,
Let me tell you guys something you don't know that Karen's going to like. She might know it, though. Are you ready? Mm-hmm. No draw offers allowed. You can never offer a draw, ever, in the U.S. Championship or U.S. Women's. Ever.
That's good, yeah.
The only draws are going to be king versus king or some other way you can't legally win, or if they repeat. If they repeat really early, obviously they set it up, so they're not going to allow that either. They're not going to allow like a Nakamura kind of draw. That's not going to happen.
I hope not.
And also, Wesley's playing people that he should beat. He's not playing, Carlsen, then Naka, then Mamajarov, then Karyakin. He's playing, Naroditsky and John Burke. You kidding me? Money Ballin subscribed. Yeah. No stalemate. Stalemate is now a win because Nigel's on the FIDE committee for that. Can Jacobian win? I got two answers for that. No, and he's not playing.
I need to see the list again to say who I'm for because there were a couple that I didn't really know.
All right, let me get the list up.
Oh, you're gonna get up? Oh, well, thank you. I wasn't even suggesting that, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
I
haven't really read the thing of
hey,
like who's
sarcastic
playing.
Guillotine.
Oh, I probably should put chess because it automatically thought it was gymnastics.
Because I can tell you people that I'm not for, and then whittle it down.
Harsh. Players. All right, Fabiano. This is the U.S. Championship starting tomorrow, which you can watch on the chess stream. I'll be being care. Caruana, So, Dominguez, Shankland, Jeffrey Xiong, Ray Robson, Sam Sevian, Darius Schwiertz, Lazaro Bruzon. He has a lot more names too. Naroditsky. This is in rating order. Lenderman and Burke. And I think Lenderman's going to come in last.
Yeah, that's...
I think of the dark horses, Shankland is easily the best chance that's not one of the three guys who's going to win. And then probably nobody else has any chance. Like Caruana, So, and Dominguez are probably going to win the tournament, one of them. The dark horse is Sam, and then nobody else has any chance. Okay, the women's is Crush, Yip, Zatonski, Tatev, Nazi, the woman I can't pronounce her name, Golruk Begim, Tokira Janova. She's from Kazakhstan. Nemtsova, Talia, Sharevich, Sabina, Estritha, and Megan Lee. First prize in the U.S. Championship is $50,000. And first prize in the women's is $25,000. Yeah.
Yay. Well, I don't even know who I'm for.
Yeah. Anyway, that's who's playing. Prokop subscribed with Prime.
Yeah, Jennifer's busy going to Harvard.
Yeah, Jennifer Yu's going to university, yeah.
I didn't say who I wanted. I don't know if I can pick.
Also, there's a good female chess player who's going to MIT. Who's that? Like Jennifer Yu. She's going to MIT.
Annie Wong?
Yeah, Annie Wong. I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, she goes there. I think she's a sophomore there.
Yeah, I can't pronounce her name. Yeah, I give up.
Yeah, it is cool that Nazi's back, and we were actually trying to get her to come to our girls and women's tournament this past weekend, but couldn't get her. She's going to the championship. We didn't know that she was coming out of retirement.
Megan Lee, because America. Well, I mean, they're all America.
So who do you think will win?
Which event?
Both of them.
Fabiano's the favorite. Dominguez is the second favorite. Wesley's third, and Sam's fourth. In the women's, Yip is the big favorite. And that's it. I just think Yip's going to win. I don't think anybody else can win. So, Yip.
Okay.
Yip's going to win the U.S. women's. That's yeah, she's really good. Hype Train level 2. Hooray.
Well,
what happened to Evelyn, your local Atlanta player? She's like 1,800 or 1,700. What? Yeah.
She, her brother played here recently. She was supposed to play this past weekend, but had another school event, so she didn't get to play.
Levy, what? How many times have you traded your queen? Many times. Yeah. Is that the girl who hates Hikaru? I need more information than that. Yeah.
Which girl?
I guess they said yep. I don't think any of the women like Hikaru. What? Yeah. All right, so that's the tournament. Go with the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, I have people that I want to do well, but it's a long shot. Oh, I hope Talia does well.
She's not going to do well.
I know.
Yeah.
But I want her to do well. Go, Talia. Come on. Prove Ben wrong. Her bio doesn't mention that she won.
Only the finest writers and genius chess players write the bios for the players. Except for one thing. Is there any Japanese GM? No. Has Hikaru ever challenged you to a fist fight? He has not. Me and Hikaru are like that, son. Let's see.
Oh, I know what little girl you're talking about. I'm talking about Gabriella.
Oh.
I know that's a story.
Yeah, she's like 1,400 on a good day. Yeah. All right, let's look at the last game with Shankland. This was in the U.S. Championship in St. Louis. I don't know, 2012 or 13. I played my usual passive bad opening. Yeah, I mean, E6 isn't the best move, but I always play the most solid, boring move. I think I played this against Ginger Hashvili in the 1999 U.S. Championship also. That's where he said something funny after the game. We were analyzing it. The game was a draw. He said, "You played so badly in the opening, I couldn't play anymore." That was funny. I was better like the whole game.
I have to go after this game. I just, it's a school night. I'm such a bad, mommy.
Who's better, Levy or Eric?
To the end of the game.
Eric.
Tatev.
All right, Queen C2. Solid. Look how solid I'm playing. I'm the solidest. Yeah, nobody's more solid. I even saw my rook was attacked. I tried to castle here, but it was illegal.
Maybe Nazi's been playing, studying a lot.
No.
Well, nobody really knows.
So white's slightly better. I played d4, which the engine says is suspicious. But I messed up his pawn structure. So I'm down a pawn, but my position's pretty good. Pretty good. See, look at that. Put it in H. The engine hates that move. Now I'm threatening queen h2. You got to attack Sam. He defended. Now I'm threatening knight f3 check. He defended that. And then I attacked it again. I checked. King f2. Queen c8. The only move. Threatening his bishop. And now my knight can move away if he saves his bishop. Wow, the engine says king takes f3? What? King? Okay, now it says queen takes is better. King takes f3. So I'm down a pawn, but my king is safer. My bishop is great. But he has a pass c pawn. So yeah, he's better. Much better. a5 is good. Yeah, it doesn't like this move or this move. The moves that he played. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it says I'm equal now. Queen f5. He attacked my queen, but I saw it. Well, it says after a4, I'm better. I played here. Oh, a4 is a good move. Queen takes rook a8. But then he has rook a7. What's happening here? Why is this good? e5? Wow. I'm just distracting his queen. It says this is equal. Wow. Okay, I played this, which is fine. I mean, I played rook a8, which is fine. Then I played a4, which is fine. Wow, it says I'm better here. Queen f3 is the best. That move's not the best. So I played rook a2 and offered to draw. And the engine says I'm better if I take on f4 and then play rook here check. So here I just offered to draw because I'm down a pawn and he's a lot better than me. And he took it, which surprised me. And he has two connected passed pawns. So all the grandmasters in the tournament who know that Sam's better than me, they're like, you're a pawn up and you have two passed pawns. You took a draw. And he actually commented, it's like it's on the internet. He said, I thought I would either make two queens or I would get checkmated. It's too risky. You know, I mean, I've been down a pawn the whole game and I've had compensation. But yeah, that's a very bad attitude. He's playing a low-rated player. He's white. He's got a tricky position. He has winning chances, but he's afraid. Yeah. It's funny, when the game ended, and I looked at it with the engines then, I thought they said white was better, but now the engines say it's equal, which somebody on the internet told me that it's equal. Obviously, I have good compensation for a pawn. His pawn structure is terrible. His king is terrible. My position's perfect. His pawns are 1,000 moves from queening. Yeah, so probably like in blitz or bullet, black's better here. But if he defends perfectly and stops all my threats, then he's got two passed pawns on the queen side. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. I play really aggressive against Sam. Sack material and try to attack. And that's, you know, usually I play really boring and stupid. Yeah. Was h4 a move instead of rook a2? h4 is a move. But that takes away the h4 square for my queen. It forces his knight to a good square. So that's not too great. Yeah, it wants me to take this. Somehow that's better than checking right away. Nobody knows why. Queen takes check, rook d2, king g1, carry the 1, queen e6. I guess the threat of rook a2 is better than the execution. Our time situation wasn't great. This is move 34, and we only had a few minutes left. Well, etc. Does Ben have a streaming schedule? I stream 24 hours a day. JAL3114 subscribed and said Papa John's. That is correct. Yeah. It's funny, in one of the U.S. championships in St. Louis, possibly this one, possibly. I only played in like 2 or 3 there. I had only one loss, and I lost to Shabalov. I was black. I always lose to Shabalov. And the reason I lost was he didn't understand the rules of the tournament. And his understanding was nonsensical. It's like his brain got confused. This tournament, you weren't allowed to offer accept a draw when I played Shabalov. And Shabalov and I got a position where he thought I was better. And the natural way to play was to repeat moves and draw that way. And he thought that wasn't allowed, which doesn't make any sense. You can't not be allowed to make a move. That's stupid. I don't know what he was thinking. It was crazy. But he told me that after the game. He says, if this was another turn, the game would have been a draw, but we're not allowed to have a draw. And I said, well, we can repeat the position, it's a draw. And he's like, we can? And they talked to the arbiter, and we're like laughing at him. Like, what, you can't legally make this move because it's a draw? Like, what are you talking about? So, yeah, he like went nuts. So I was better most of the game, and then I blundered in time trouble and lost. That was the only game I lost. And I beat Benjamin and Altunian, and I had like 6 draws against, 6 good players. Christensen, Kaidanov, Yermolinski, Lenderman, etc. Shankland. Yeah. Lavanaronian will probably be eligible next year if I was guessing, but maybe he has to wait another year. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not even clear that he would play, but he'd probably play. Yeah, he's still not U.S., which is weird because Vladimir Akopian, who was top 20 in the world, like 15 years ago, he plays for America, which I found out at the World Open. I was confused. And he's Armenian. So he got to play for... Now, it could be... In fact, I think it probably is. It could be because his rating's not as high, he can easily transfer. They don't want 2750s transferring every year and playing for a different country. Mm-hmm. But if you're like 2500, like, yeah, okay, whatever. Who cares? Yeah.
Thank you, Shuddy Monkey.
Yay, Shuddy Monkey.
Happy anniversary.
Oh, he's in Sandy Springs. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Shuddy Monkey, if you like Indian food, then the best Indian's in Dunwoody. Royal Indian. And that's not far from you. So go there. Royal Spice of India. You're welcome. Who do I like in the U.S. Championship? I mean, my wife's here. Oh, you mean as in chess? Yeah, Caruana and Yip. And pray for rain. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I have some I just want to win, but they're not going to win.
My favorite pizza place in St. Louis? Is that you asking me? The only good pizza in St. Louis is pie. That's it. Yeah. I became vegetarian. That was 30-some years ago. I don't know.
Because it's a school night.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope everybody enjoys the rest of the stream. I'll try to get on when I get home.
No, Donya's better than Lenderman. What's the best Indian place in Duluth? No, there's no good Indian places in Duluth. Boo. St. Louis doesn't have a Papa John's? I'm not sure. Yeah. Yeah, Royal Spice of India in Dunwoody. It's in a shopping center where there's a lot. It's across the street from Mellow Mushroom. It's near a Walgreens. Yeah. Yeah, when you get off exit 6 and you take the street all the way down the Dunwoody Street, it's like a mile and a half. It's pretty close from exit 6. You're in Sandy Springs, so you wouldn't even go that way, but you know what to do. It's pretty close to Sandy Springs if you're in the right part of Sandy Springs. If you're near 400. Let's see. Bloomington, Illinois. We ate at a good Middle Eastern place in Bloomington, Illinois. Was it Bloomington? Yeah. It says the best Thai food is in Bloomington, Illinois, which obviously isn't true. But yeah, not true though. Yeah. Bloomington, that's normal. Very nice. That's good. Yeah, Karen's brother used to be a provost at one of those schools there. Illinois Wesleyan. Yeah. Charlotte Chess Center subscribed. Hooray! I wonder if Peter thinks Danya's going to win the U.S. Championship like everybody in my chat does. Best Thai food is in Thailand? Maybe. Yeah, Iranian food is good. You have to remember I'm a vegan, so my thoughts on food aren't nobody cares about my thoughts on food, etc. All right, so that was that and so forth. Yeah. So that's the U.S. championship-ness. Yes. Why? Oh, because it's on this screen. I'm smart, except for one thing. All right. And then we will go to live chess. And then we will get rid of this. And so forth. That was good. Can you predict the placements of all players? I could. Yeah. Bloomington, Indiana, I was there for the U.S. Women's Championship in 1994? Maybe. Might have been 94. Yeah. Yeah, that's a real podunk town. Yeah, we had some Indian in Philly. We did. And so forth. Mainly and so forth. Terre Haute, Indiana. I've been to several times because they had chess camps every year at Rose-Hulman that were organized by Craig Stauffer, who now lives in Taiwan. Best Mexican food in Kenya? Well, play golf? I've played golf. I had a hole-in-one on a par 3 course. I still have a certificate in my house. Did you ever eat Indian food with Anand? I've had Indian food with Anand in India at his house, in Belgium, in the Netherlands, and in Michigan, and in St. Louis. But that's it. So, yes. Also, is that it? I think that's it.
He's a nice person.
Who is?
Anand.
You talked to Anand?
I met him.
Mm-hmm. My sister went to Rose-Hulman. Rose-Hulman's a good school. Yeah. Terre Haute's one of the worst cities ever. Rose-Hulman's nice, but the city itself is terrible, and they have a federal prison there where they put people to death. And Rose-Hulman, not Rose-Hulman, Terre Haute, Indiana, here's the story. We're at the chess camp. The chess camp is over for the day. And a lot of the instructors and the organizer, we went to eat at Denny's because they were open. It was me, Aviv, Craig Stauffer, probably Jan, maybe Jan, Von de Mortal, maybe. Maybe Jim Dean, maybe. Anyway, there were like 6 of us. So we ate, the bill came, and we paid the bill, and we left the cash on the table, and we walked out. And we're standing outside, and we're talking outside instead of getting in our different cars. And the waitress runs out and says, "You forgot to pay." And I said, "No, we left the money on the table." And she said, "That's highly unusual." And I'm like, all right. So then she walks back in, and she sends the cops out after us. So like 6 cops come out, because they're eating at Denny's, obviously. And they said, "You wait here while she checks to see if you paid." So we were detained. Then the waitress came back out and said, "Yeah, okay, they're okay." So then Craig, who lived in Terre Haute, he contacted Denny's corporate, and they said, "We'll give you like $1 million in vouchers." He said, "No, I want those people fired." So anyway, and then ever since then, Aviv called the restaurant dummies. So, man, Denny showed us, send the cops out. Yeah. Jimmy Dean. Yeah. Service with a smile. Okay, so pay attention.
Hey, real quick. Did you bring the package from home?
No, I forgot.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's on the kitchen table.
That's fine.
It's next to the
better
toilet
than the
paper.
car.
Do you know what it is?
It's the laptop bag for him because his strap.
Yeah, it was big like that, but it wasn't heavy. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot to bring that. Yeah. Terrible Haute? Yeah. Okay. That's right. Yeah. Okay. So, what was I going to tell you? Okay. So I said I'm never going to Denny's again. So many years later, I'm going to say 10 years later, but I don't know. 6 years later. We're done playing bridge, and we have to go to Denny's because they want to go to Denny's, and it's open. And I'm like, all right, I haven't been to Denny's in years. So go to Denny's, and then there's like a booth that's like behind us, sort of, next to us. Weird. And eventually they call the manager over, and the woman says, I asked for ketchup like 4 times for my burger, and I never got the ketchup, and it's cold, and whatever. And the manager's like, GFY. The manager's like, I don't care, and go to hell. Okay. So he's not giving in. He's just like, we're not doing anything, and too bad. One of the guys at our table, there were 3 of us, he turns around, he yells at the manager for like a minute, like really loud, and he's like, I heard her ask for ketchup, and the guy, and she went on and on and on, the guy at our table, and then he's like, oh, okay, sorry, everything's free. That was the very next time I went to Denny's, was a guy at our table yelling at the manager. I'm your manager. How can I turn all these lights off when I leave? Yeah. There's too many lights. No. It's funny, these lights aren't even on, so it's not bad.
It's just 3.
I'm scared of that lamp.
Hey, there's a switch right here.
Yeah, I see.
Hey, you got it?
Yeah. Go Denny's. Did you ever go to TJ's when you lived in Columbus? I have a TJ story. Yeah, I have a similar story about TJ's. Yeah. Very good. So we go to, okay, so here, this was my life in Columbus, Ohio, between 1986 and 1988. I would wake up, whenever I woke up, let's say 11 a.m. And then I would watch TV and do nothing until like 6, whatever. Then my friend Paul would come over. He was about 2,000 at chest. He was a good billiards player. We would go to Suzy Q in Columbus, which is the pool hall there where good players play. Thanks for the 99 cents. Thanks, Aqua 57. Okay. Then we would play pool for a long time. Then we would leave and go to TJ's, and we would have a chess set up. We would play blitz chess or without a clock, and we would eat. And we were there for like 2, 3, 4 hours. And then I'd get home at 3 a.m., repeat. That was my life for like a year and a half. Was wake up, watch TV for 6, 7 hours, go play pool, go to TJ's, go home. And that was it. Every day was the same. Okay, so at TJ's, we would order all the time. We would order, and then we were there for a long time. We'd keep ordering because, I like to eat. And he was a grad student at OSU, at Ohio State, and he got a degree in math, and he teaches in Ohio now somewhere, but not at OSU, somewhere else. Anyway, after doing this for close to a year, we go to TJ's, we set the chess set up, the server comes over and she says, yeah, we don't allow that here anymore. We don't allow games here. Like, we're the only people in the restaurant. And we order, like, we're the only customers. So we said, all right, and we packed up and left and confused, and we never went there again. That's my TJ story. Yeah. I never went to the Top Steakhouse, no. Mm-hmm. That's right. Have I been to the Nepalese restaurant north side of Chicago? No, I went to an Ethiopian restaurant on the north side of Chicago a long time ago. It's pretty good. Pretty good. U.S. Championship is tomorrow. The opening ceremony was today. Yeah. I mean, the college girls are giving it away, so there's no reason for, you spelled Columbus wrong and you spelled everything wrong. What was on TV? I don't know. Can Johnny get 50%? He could. It's unlikely, but it's possible. Yeah. He could get 50%. Urban Meyers. Not anymore. Oh, snap. Now Urban Meyer gets to lose every game with Jacksonville. The best Ethiopian is Blue Nile in Ann Arbor. You're welcome. Also, what's funny is the guy who's the owner of Bar Italia, which is a block from the chess club in St. Louis, he's Ethiopian. And we talked about Blue Nile, and he said, next time you come, call me the day before, and I'll make you an Ethiopian feast. So eventually I called him, and he, for free, gave us an Ethiopian feast. Like, he made it. And it's an Italian restaurant, but, you know. Yeah. Well, the Lions are one of the few teams now with Jacksonville that can go 0-17. Yeah, they could do it. They have the talent. All right, let's finish with some 1 minute. Let's see if I can beat anybody. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, well, before that, like 1:45 Eastern, U.S. Championship coverage on the Twitch, chess.com Twitch. It'll be me and Bruce tomorrow. I'll be doing every round, and we'll be running the show from here. So if there's anything wrong, it's our fault. If there's anything right, it's probably Canty and Bruce did something good. I can't play 1 minute? Come on, we'll play 1 minute. Why can't I play 1 minute? Nobody wants to play? The chess hoodlum story. What? Man, finally. Terrible. Go, Ben, but stay there. Collinear. You can do it. If it was Dominguez, it'd be collinear. Go, Ben, but stay there. Oh, it's my move? Oh, it's still my move. Yeah. Yeah, perfect game. Man, I lost 3 rating points. 1 mistake, 0 blunders. 1 player was winning, but then gave it away. Who was winning, me or him? Seemed like a boring game. Go, Ben. I couldn't even trick him with B4 because it literally didn't matter. Oh, he was winning after B4. Well, he probably isn't winning after B4. Oh, maybe he is. No, he's not. Go, Ben. Trade everything, repeat. Draw by reputation. Yeah. Hey, Siri, what's happening in the Major League Baseball playoffs tonight?
The Yankees are trailing the Red Sox 4-1 in the bottom of the 7th inning in the wild card.
Mm-hmm. Truth hurts. Nobody wants to play 1 minute. Mm-hmm. The only thing you should do is donate. I can't play anybody in 1 minute. I mean, I'll play some 10-second chess. Just challenge me 10-second unrated, and I'll play you bastards. 10-second unrated. I can't play. Nobody wants to play 1 minute. Let's go, people. 10-second unrated. You can do it. Destroyed that fella. The game was a draw. What? It was the most drawn game ever. Can anybody legally win here? Like, if he hangs his bishop or I hang my bishop, is it still a draw? Yeah. Yeah, you can't legally win this position. Yeah, only in a kids tournament could you win. You go here, here, and start taking stuff. Because, they don't, illegal moves are fine. Yeah. Yay, I win. 1 mistake, 3 blunders, 1 missed win. I did missed win? Yeah. Good, good. Yay, I win. I'm the best. Ah, I see. He's a British 1900. Yeah, okay. It lasted pretty long, though. Go, Indo Queen. Where'd Pam go? I never see Pam anymore. Very few people are challenging me. Terrible. It's a 1-minute game? Oh my god, I thought it was a 10-second game. Darn. I probably shouldn't give all my pieces away then. I'm still going to win easily, but, slightly less easily than if I had known what was happening. All right. Well, the truth hurts. That was a good trick. I thought it was a 10-second game. Darn. Yeah, this is tougher because, I'm down a queen and a rook and a bishop and a knight and a pawn. I don't have any pieces left. That makes it tougher. I'm not down as much anymore. It's good. Still down a lot. Is it my move? It is my move. I don't know what he did. Oh, C4. Explosive. I didn't know that he moved. Nah. Yeah, this isn't good. Seconds. Darn, I lost on time. 62 moves. Ugh. Too slow. 0 mistakes, 2 blunders. You fought back, but not quickly enough. I did go from 7 pieces down to queen and rook up. Man, he tricked me. That was good. 3-minute unrated. No. Oh, I thought that was defended. Wow, I played really slow that game. 16 moves? That's really bad. Damn it. Ugh, I'm just way too slow. Faster that game. I wonder why I'm playing so slow. Terrible. Yay, I won. That guy beat me like every game. I'm so slow. Yeah, 0.6 seconds. I'm playing really slow. Jesus Christ. Why am I playing so slowly? God. Why am I playing so much slower than him? It's embarrassing. Yay, I won. God, I play so slow though. 7 mistakes, 8 blunders, 3 missed wins. That's my kind of game. Yes. Perfect. 7 seconds left and I won on time. That's better. I'm getting better at this game. Yes! I'm the best. Man, chess is tough. I guess I've played him enough. I should play some other people who want to play. Yay, I'm the best. 0 mistakes, 8 blunders, 1 missed win. 0 mistakes. No, this guy's better than me. No, that's not fair. Ah, 4 seconds to 0. Very embarrassing. 3 mistakes, 5 blunders, 2 missed wins. Yeah, I can't play people who are good. I have to play people who are, 1,500. Now you're talking. Yay. 0 mistakes, 1 blunder. That was it? What? It's better than I usually play. "27 moves and I had 5.3 seconds left." That's what I'm going for. 1 mistake, 2 blunders. Yeah, that's what I'm going for, is to make 27 moves and have 5 seconds left. Man, I lost so many games to everybody. Very embarrassing. Yay, 6.6 seconds to 0. 2 mistakes, 5 blunders, Papa John's. Ah, God, what an idiot. Yay. 1 mistake, 7 blunders, 3 missed wins. Still better than most of my games. His internet's not very good. Yay, I'm too good. 30 seconds. 1 minute? Everybody's always tricking me. Wow, I thought I was going to lose on time. I was playing so slow. Man, why am I so slow? What happened to me? I used to be fast. Yay, I played perfect, except for one thing. 3 mistakes, 9 blunders. I was quicker. She said. Yay. He was quicker than me that game, I have to admit. Also, he made 3 moves, and he used 0.2 seconds. That's pretty good. You know, it's always good. Yeah. Yay. 2 mistakes, 4 blunders. Yeah, I like to have 6 seconds when I've made 20 moves. That's the goal. Yeah. And they was right. Yeah, I gotta play faster though. I'm an old man. Yes, 7.5 seconds left against 0. 5 mistakes, 2 blunders, 0 missed wins. Yeah. Yay. 1 mistake, 2 blunders. I made more than 1 mistake and 2 blunders. I guarantee it. Nah, that's rated. I can't play that. Ah, too fast. 31 moves. I don't mind losing on time. 11 blunders, 4 mistakes, 2 missed wins. That's my worst. But okay, 31 moves. I can't complain too much. Yeah, he just checked me too much. Yeah. These are still better than the games you guys play when you play slow chess. Hard to understand, but true. Yay, I'm the fastest. 2 mistakes, 4 blunders, Papa John's. Yay, checkmate. 2 mistakes, 3 blunders, 2 missed wins. I had a second more than him, too. That was a good checkmate. Yes. 2 mistakes, 7 blunders, 4 missed wins. Pretty good in 14 moves. This is the way chess was meant to be played. Yeah, I'm the fastest. 2 blunders, 4 mistakes, 1 missed wins. All right, let me see how I'm doing. Okay. In the 10 second, I mean. 10 second. Let's see. That was a 1 minute, so we won't count that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I lost 6 games, and I won 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 21 and 6. That's probably more than I deserve. Yeah. That was an excellent game. No, it's Sven. No, he's Ole and I am Sven. Wow, I played 30 moves and I had 4.6 seconds left. 2 mistakes, 9 blunders, 2 missed wins. That's, but I played fast. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget tomorrow, U.S. Championship coverage. Go to the chess Twitch page. And I'll be doing the U.S. Championship tomorrow with David Pruce. We're running the show here every day, so there might be some technical issues the first day because we've never run the whole show. We have to show you all kinds of things, and there's 50 million scenes in OBS, and I have to have 50,000 windows opened up, and Karen has to figure everything out too, and so forth. But we'll do it, and then second day should be easier because we've done it before, and so forth, mainly and so forth. Speaking of Canty, let's do a little raid because, he's the co-host and such. Mainly and such. Thanks for watching and so forth. Mainly and so forth. And then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.